100 years ago, an Illawarra icon began its race through time. In part 2 of our special series on Kembla Grange Racecourse, we take a look at some of the significant events which have taken place over the past century.
After hosting its initial race day in 1912, Kembla Grange went on to experience both success and disappointment during the next century. Trotting events were introduced in 1915, and in 1917 the first legalised totalisation in New South Wales and perhaps Australia was introduced. Curiosity attracted a record crowd, but bookmakers were not impressed.
That, one said, is the first of the hearses that will carry the bookmakers along to their graves.
When the promise of big profits failed, racing came to a halt. It wasn't until 1924 that Daniel Seaton, well-known owner of Melbourne Cup winner Westcourt, came to the rescue. Against advice, he reopened the track for racing. In the 30s, crowd numbers swelled and a new grandstand was required. Built in 1887, the grandstand from Wollongong Showground was relocated to Kembla Grange. And in the early days, before fashions were introduced, promotion girls were the big attraction. The Second World War was underway in the 40s. It had far-reaching effects, even at Kembla Grange, where the trains stopped running, causing meetings to cease. But owner Daniel Seaton continued to use the facility as a private training track until his death in 1945. Racing returned under the Kembla Grange Race Club banner when tragedy struck. A Sea Noble was one of 3 horse and rider combinations that came down that day around half a mile from home when the hind leg of the horse struck Noble near the base of his skull. The force of the blow so immense it tore the aluminium racing plate from the colt's foot and snapped it in two. It also removed Noble's protective skull cap. He died in Wollongong Hospital a short time later.
Irvine was, of course, a great rugby league winger, and the idea was that there was going to be a horse race between the male and the human athlete and the equine athlete. And so that was put on. It attracted an awful lot of people.
Irvine had a good head start under handicap conditions, but after looking the winner early on, he was swamped in the shadows of the post by Gilly, although popular memory often suggests otherwise. One of Kembla Grange's most memorable moments was Ray Selkrig on Hot Chestnut in 1973. His horse stumbled and Selkrig struggled to hold on towards the finish. After an hour-long inquiry, he was awarded the win, the stewards deciding the horse had carried its weight. The 70s were also a tumultuous time.
The history of Illawarra Turf Club or Kembla Grange has been turbulent over the years. There's been a lot of people who have actually conducted racing here. In the 70s, or some 36 years ago, the previous club was about to fold, and a group of guys stepped in and got some government assistance. That
group of local sportsmen was headed by Keith Nolan. The newly created Illawarra Turf Club's first meeting occurred in December of '76 under primitive conditions, with each race offering $375 in prize money. In 1984, a full tab was granted, and in the first year alone, investments were $9.7 million. The late 80s saw a time of great growth and improvement, including the funding approval for the reconstruction of the main track, stables and grandstand, an estimated total cost of $10 million. With ongoing success and a healthier bank account, the aptly named Keith Nolan Grandstand opened, costing $6.5 million and winning a national award for its construction. The turn of the century saw continued growth. The ITC holds over 30 meetings a year, and in 2012 is etched in history when it hosts its 100th anniversary.